Yes, good morning, children. Today we are going to start the next topic of chapter 11, that is light, shadows, and reflection. In the previous video which I uploaded, I have told you about the topic what light is, and what are luminous objects and non-luminous objects, what are transparent, translucent, and opaque objects. And I hope you all have done your assignment also. That means to write the definitions in copy. Now, today we will proceed a little bit further and we will discuss about what is the property of light. Now, the property of light is that it travels in straight line, and this property is called rectilinear propagation of light. That means the property of light traveling in straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Now, two examples I am telling you. If we shine a torch on a dark night, we will see a beam of light produced by a torch travel straight into darkness. Second example, the beams of searchlight at the airport show that the light travels in straight lines. Okay. Now let us understand this with the help of activity 1. Fix a lighted candle on a table. Take a rubber tube, stretch it straight and look through it at the flame of the candle with one eye. We will find that when the rubber tube is straight, we can see the light of the candle flame through it. Now bend the rubber tube a little and look through it at the candle flame again. We cannot see the light of candle flame through a bent rubber tube. This means that the light of candle flame can travel through the whole of straight rubber tube but not through the bent rubber tube. Now this activity will be more clearer with the help of the figure which I will show you. Now see this figure. In this figure, just now which I have explained the activity. In the first one, what is showing, the boy is seeing with the straight tube, and he is able to see the flame of the candle. Whereas if the tube is bent, would he be able to see the flame of the candle? Okay. This suggests that from this we can conclude that light travels in straight line. Now one more activity we will do. With it, it will be more clearer to you. In this activity, what we are going to do is fix the three cardboards vertically on the table in such a way that their holes are in a straight line. Place a burning candle behind the farthest cardboard. The candle should have its flame at about the same height as the holes in the cardboards. Look at the candle flame through the hole in the first cardboard. We can see the candle flame through the holes of the cardboards. Thus, when all the cardboard holes are in the straight line, light from the candle reaches our eyes. Now push the middle cardboard slightly out of its position so that the three holes do not remain in a straight line. If we look through the hole in the first cardboard, we cannot see the flame of the candle now. This means that when all the holes of cardboard are not in a straight line, the light of the candle flame does not reach our eyes. This will be more clearer with the help of the figure which I will show you in the next slide. Now see the figure. In this you can see that the flame of the candle will be only visible if all the three holes of the three cardboards would be in the same line. It's not pierced at exactly at the center or in any one of the cardboards, then what will happen? We won't be able to see the flame of the candle. Thus, we conclude that light travels along a straight line. That is why when opaque objects obstruct it, a shadow forms. Okay. So what is a shadow? That is the next topic which we would be learning today. Now what shadows are? A shadow is a dark space formed behind an opaque object when light falls on it. Now why shadows are formed? See, just now we have learnt about rectilinear propagation of light. So when light falls on an opaque object, path of light is obstructed by the opaque object. Okay. As light travels in straight line and it cannot bend around the corners, so a dark space is formed behind that opaque object, and that dark space is called as shadow. Now what are the conditions necessary for formation of shadow? For the formation of shadow, we need these three things. What are they? Source of light, an opaque object, and a screen. For example, when you see have you seen your shadow being cast on the ground when you go out in the morning? That means here, what is the source of light? Source of light is the sunlight. You yourself is the opaque object, and the shadow which is formed on the screen, that means that ground is acting as a screen. So these three things we require for the formation of shadow. Now see, the assignment which I am giving you is read NCERT book page 108 and page 109. It's about the topic shadow. Go through the activity which is given and write the definition of rectilinear propagation of light and shadow. And these two definitions I have explained you in the slides just now which I have shown you. Okay. So, and write down these definitions in copy.